So I bought a lot of anime Blu-rays and I thought I would finally make a video on it because like bro, I bought way too many and I feel like a lot of people just want to know like why I be buying them and like where I buy them from and all that. So I just wanted to make a video on where to buy anime Blu-rays and like tips on buying them, all the like tips and tricks and little things. One thing is anime Blu-rays, like buying them and collecting, a lot of people misunderstand a lot of stuff about it. Yes, it's expensive. I'm not going to cap and act like it's not expensive, but there's a lot of stuff that's misunderstood about it. Like you can buy cheap anime Blu-rays. Not all anime Blu-rays are expensive, because a lot of people, like when they see like people collecting anime Blu-rays, they just think like everything's expensive. Like it's not expensive at all. There's a lot of places where you can get them cheaper, on sale, and a lot of stuff. So let's talk about some of the places. So there's like a little bit of, I have different categories of places where you need to look at first, and then there's some that is like only look at if you just happen to see it there. But the first places you should always look at, the first three, the three that you always should, is of course Right Stuff Anime. Only when they have a sale. Only when they have a sale. When they don't have a sale, you'll get something like this, where this is their Kaguya-sama Love is War collector edition that's exclusive on there, and it's only $100, and this is probably never going to be on sale. But yeah, you get stuff like that. But you always want to look when they have their sale, when they have their birthday sale or a random sale throughout the year that they usually have. Like I think they have one in the winter. Another place is Sentai Filmwork. Sentai, bro, they have sales all through the year. Like they have one for spring, summer, winter. They have so many sales, and you can always find stuff for cheap. And plus, like Sentai owns almost every single anime. Like if you look at the list of stuff, they own so many anime, like way too many. Like bro, I mean, I know they have that partnership with High Dive that has like most of their anime on there, but it's like, bro, they shouldn't even have High Dive. They should make their own streaming service because they own so much anime. Because like if you go on their site, but yeah, those two always when they're on sale. But sometimes you can find deals even when stuff is not on sale. Like look on the clearance of Right Stuff. You can sometimes find cheap stuff on there. But most of the time, those two you can usually find stuff that is like cheap, especially when they have sales. But another place you should always look at, because they're more than likely have different stuff than both of those. Because like Sentai Filmworks only going to have Sentai stuff. Sometimes they have Studio Ghibli stuff on there too, but they're going to mainly have only Sentai stuff. But the other third place you should always look at, and of course if you've been on the internet and you've online shop, you already know I'm about to say, Amazon. Yes, you should always look on Amazon, because Amazon does have a lot of cheap stuff. Like you can find like almost anything on Amazon. Most of the time it's either cheaper or about the same price. The only time that those other two, like Right Stuff and Sentai, is cheaper than Amazon is usually when those two do sales, because most of the time Amazon has stuff pretty cheap. Like if you look on there, you can usually get Blu-rays for like $20, $10, stuff like that. You're not going to find nothing on there for like $5. It's situational for that. Most of the time you'll find stuff for like $5.99, $4.99. All that will be on Sentai and Right Stuff when they have sales. So like those are the main ones. The next one you could do, this is like one of the ones, is like if you happen to be out, then do it, is if you go to Best Buy and you happen to see some anime on the shelf, price match it with Amazon. Remember, always price match. That's one thing you need to do. Whenever you're at Best Buy and you see something there pretty expensive, but you look on Amazon, price match, because they do that. That's how you can get stuff cheaper. Always price match. So that's one thing you can do, especially if there's like games or any like camera equipment or any type of equipment you see that's cheaper on Amazon. Price match that shit at Best Buy. It always works. Like trust me, it always works. All right, now another one is if you go to a thrift store or a garage sale and you happen to see anime Blu-rays, that's always another way you can find stuff cheaper. That's another way with manga too. Like trust me, check out thrift stores, you'll find manga there. But another place is if you have anywhere like where you're from, like any city where you're from, or like somewhere close, is like a place that sells used DVDs and Blu-rays. Always check those, because most of the time you can find stills there, and most of the time they have stuff pretty cheap. Like that's how I found like my Neon Genesis Platinum series and got it like way cheaper than what you can get off eBay and other stuff. But yeah, always check those. And then like the last one in this category would be check Mercari and eBay, but those are going to be situational, because maybe you can find sometimes you can find stuff that's pretty cheap, but sometimes they be taxing on there, so it just depends what's there. And then ones I would say check if you're out, maybe like only check it if you're out and you just happen to be there, and if it's a pretty decent price, pick it up. And that would be Target, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble. I mean, they do have a 20% off anime right now, but their anime is usually hella expensive. But Walmart and Target, I would say check those two, because they do have, both of them do have a decent selection, especially Walmart. You know, most of the time Walmart has stuff pretty cheap, especially like anime movies you can get pretty cheap. But always check. I think with Walmart you can price match too. I'm not sure with Target. I know you can at certain places. I don't know if they do Amazon, so I'm not sure about Target. But Target sometimes has stuff, like I've scooped stuff up there before, like the Studio Ghibli movies, the still cases that come out. You can usually find like clutch stuff at both of those, but it's situational. Sometimes you find stuff, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's expensive, sometimes it's not. So those ones are situational. So those are like the main ones I would say. And those, it's like anime Blu-rays, you really just gotta know what you're getting. It's the difference from manga, because I know like a lot of people say when you're buying manga from Right Stuff that you want to buy it in bulk. I'll tell you this, with anime Blu-rays, it's the opposite. Yes, you can buy a lot. but make sure they're below $20 when you see them sales, or you're gonna be dropping like 300 like how I did on my last video, because I bought some that are like different ranges, because like they range from price. They can be as cheap as $1 all the way as expensive as $100, or expensive as like 200. There's like this one anime Blu-ray set that I saw was like $800 because it was this one crazy complete series. But yeah, buying anime is very expensive, but you need to be smart and check sales. Always check sales before you buy something. See if there's a sale. So like there's different stuff. I'll tell you the different type of anime Blu-rays there are. So like I said, you have this that is a Right Stuff anime exclusive. Like there's exclusive for Kaguya-sama, and this is like their limited edition, whatever it is there. This is always $100 and something or 99. Maybe in a few years this will be on sale, and maybe if Funimation or some, because you know Funimation has the dub of this, maybe if they ever put the dub out, maybe it'll go to Funimation, so that's there. Oh yeah, I just remembered, don't shop at Crunchyroll or Funimation to buy Blu-rays, because you can get that shit off Amazon and get it way cheaper. I just had to say that, because those two, no. The only time you might want to shop on there is if there's like a holiday sale, and it's most of the time it's Cyber Monday or Black Friday. I totally forgot about those, because like they're irrelevant. Don't buy nothing off those two. You're gonna be wasting money, because they have shit expensive. Funimation, kinda, you might be able to find a deal, but like I said, most stuff that's on Funimation you can find on Right Stuff and Amazon, and it's way cheaper than what you would buy it on there from, like most of the time. Unless there's a holiday Cyber Monday sale, maybe check it, but at the same time you can find it on both of those. You can find it on both Right Stuff and Amazon, probably the same price it would be on there or cheaper. So yeah, those two would be maybe if you really want to, but don't worry about that. So there's different levels. So like I was saying, that Kaguya-sama one is like $100 and some. Then you have this K-On! One, which if it's not ever on sale, this bitch is $150 if it's never on sale. But when it's on sale, it's usually going to be like $40 to $50, because that's the most time it is. Then you have stuff like this. Now like this Tanya Saga. Now this is one of Funimation's thing, and most time you can get this cheap. You can get this cheap on Right Stuff, Amazon. You can get cheap. Oh yeah, and I just remembered one more place. Damn, I'm forgetting about places. Fuck. FYE. Ha. Only buy it if you see it's about the same price as it is on Amazon. That's the only way you buy something from FYE. Besides that, they're expensive. Like, no. Only buy it if you see it's the same price as Amazon, or the same price as like Right Stuff, and it's only maybe like a few dollars more expensive or a few dollars left. Just check that, but don't buy it unless it's cheap, because you'll be wasting your money. Like, trust me, you will. And then like you have something like this that's like on Sentai. When this is on sale, you can get this for like $5 or cheaper. Yeah, there's like different levels, the anime Blu-rays, but you always just gotta look, bro. Like, look, before you buy something, always search stuff up. You should always research something and see. Like, any anime you want, like, if you got an anime that you like and you're like, yo, I want to own this, look it up on everything before you just impulse buy it. Especially if you see it inside a store, don't. And most of the time it's inside a store, bro. Look online, you'll find it cheaper. So like I said, if you're at a Best Buy, only way you buy something is if it's something like a Studio Ghibli, like still case, something like that. If it's a still case, exclusive still case, you can get that, because still cases are usually exclusive, and those usually make sense to get. But just wait. Like, it depends. Just wait and check it up online. But I tell you this, like, still cases that you see, most of the time they're only going to be like at Best Buy. Like, I don't think there's nothing like on Right Stuff that really gets still cases. So yeah, still cases are one thing. Get those. I think you can get those on Best Buy most of the time, but sometimes you can find them off Amazon maybe. But yeah, Best Buy most of the time has still cases. So that's one thing too. I forgot about that, because there are a lot of still cases that are exclusive that Best Buy gets. So yeah, if it's a still case, scoop it up if it's at Best Buy. But if it's nothing else, if it's not a still case, look at it, price match it with Amazon if you see it on Amazon. If they're the same price as Amazon, then maybe get it. If it's something you really need, like, it depends on the series. It really does. But yeah, those are things I tell you to do for the little tips and tricks and all that. Just know it is like an expensive hobby. It's way more expensive than manga, technically. Even though I would argue that manga is just as expensive as this, because you could buy a lot of manga and next thing you know, you're spending too much. But at the same time, anime Blu-rays add up way faster, because them bitches they do be expensive, but it's not too expensive. Just buy them, but don't buy it in bulk. Just buy a few, maybe buy like 3 or 4, unless like it's really cheap. If it's like really cheap, if they're like $5.99 all the way to $20, just buy a lot of it. If it's over the $20 threshold, you should wait and just only buy a few, because then you'll be dropping too much money. But it is a very expensive hobby, and yeah, just know I have like way too many. If you've seen my collection, just know I've got way more than what I had in that collection video, sadly, because I bought way too much because of sales and other stuff, and steel cases and all that. But yeah, just remember to research everything you do, because that's what I do. I research everything. I make sure, like, especially look at your stores that sell like used Blu-rays and DVDs. Just because it's used, bro, you can still get it. As long as the box and everything looks good, just get it, bro. You'll probably get a deal. Always look those too, because most of the time you can get those pretty cheap, because most of the time they don't even know what they got, unless you got somebody that worked there and know what they got, and they just put it pretty cheap. But yeah, hey, if this helped you get any anime Blu-rays, let me know in the comments. Let me know like what anime Blu-rays you picked up. Let me know where you get shop at. Like, let me know where you get yours from. Let me know in the comments. Let me know all of that, because I'm curious. Because hey, if you're buying something from somewhere else that I don't know, hey, let me know, because hey, I'll start buying them from somewhere if you got a place that's cheaper than all the places I listed. But yeah, hey, if you enjoyed, like. If you didn't, you can dislike, subscribe if you really enjoyed. And yeah, hey, really let me know. If you got like some clutch plugs on where to buy anime Blu-ray, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.